guys, happy Wednesday. So, a couple of y'all asked me what time I was going live today. And the reason I don't put a time on these is because I don't want to be chained down to a specific time. I love going live. I love doing trainings for y'all. However, I specifically do them in this group so that way you guys get them totally for free. You can watch the replay as much as you want to. And then you don't have to worry about specifically what time I'm going live. You can always hop on in the middle, catch up on the replay, whatever is the most convenient for your schedule. Hey, Kimberly. So we're going to talk about the art of mastering the referral program. And I know most of y'all are probably thinking referrals are like, okay, so I ask my customers to point me to more customers. And that is definitely a way of doing referrals. We're going to talk a little bit more about the social media referral system today, however. First off, I want to clarify what we're not doing, because thanks to social media, this type of referral system has kind of gotten a bad name. We have all gotten that message saying, hey, please put up a post for me. I could really use your help. I'm really trying to get a promotion. Oh, by the way, I'll throw you into a drawing with 17,000 other people if you post for me. This is a very spammy way of going about it. I get probably 5+ of those messages every single day from people asking me to borrow my network, essentially. So what I want to make sure that we are doing is I'm not hating on the referral system on social media. The exact opposite. I'm going to show you guys how to use it the correct way, because you do not want to give your company and your business a bad name because you're one of the spammy ones out there. Sorry guys, my eyes are way more tired than normal today. So if you see me messing with my glasses and rubbing my eyes as much as I can without smearing all of my makeup, that is why. I don't know why, they just are a little bit more tired than normal. So first off, there are two different types of referrals. The first one is asking for referrals from customers. And I am going to go over just like a quick skim over the top of how to do that, because that is absolutely a good tool that we should all be using. The one I'm going to show you are getting referrals from your cold market, because that is something that most companies are not teaching. If they are, they're teaching it in a very spammy way to where it's just a time waster. You're not actually getting sales from that. But getting referrals from customers is grossly underused in this day and age, especially if you have a social media business. Because we're not seeing our customers, right? We're not interacting with them every day. We're not going to church with them. Our kids aren't going to school with them. They are simply people on Facebook that we have a little bit more familiarity with besides just their profile picture. But essentially, majority of them are still strangers. Like, we don't actually know them. We don't have that relationship built up with them like we would the person that sits in the pew beside us. So I am going to show you, if you have a customer that has used your product and that has liked it, maybe they've already given you a testimonial, they've given you good feedback. If you head over to the blog tomorrow when it goes up, there's an exact script that I use that you can literally just copy and paste, put your own product in there, put your own name in the customer if you want to, and you can use it with your own customers to get referrals. You can tweak it if it doesn't exactly sound like you. Our language might not be synonymous, and that's totally fine. But what I basically say is like, hey Stacy, I know you've been loving the fill in the blank. Usually it's my coaching program that I'm talking to people about. So I know that you've been loving the branding bootcamp. Do you know anyone who also has trouble getting sales on social media? I'd love to offer them a 40% discount since they're a friend of yours. Something along those lines. And like I said, this particular referral program is not what we're talking about today, but I do want to touch on it because it is something that absolutely can make your business more money. And it's something that I think everybody should be using. We should all be asking for referrals from our happy customers, because that gives us an extra incentive to make sure our customers are actually happy. I will say over half of my clients, the ones that come to me for one-on-one coaching, buy the program, buy the high-ticket products, come from people referring me to them that have already taken my course. So it's awesome to make sure that your customers are well taken care of, because yes, you may do a little work on the front end, but on the back end, it's going to pay off exponentially. Now, the second type is the social media referrals. Do me a favor, drop me a one in the comments if you have ever seen a post that has a picture of a spammy product on it. Usually it's a weight loss product. That's the one I'm seeing right now. And it says, my friend so-and-so has this magicness on a spoon that's going to make you lose 40 pounds. Drop a heart if you want to be a product tester. Something to that effect. Most of us are seeing those on our social media. Most of us just scroll right past them because they look very spammy. However, what if I told you that system actually works? I use it myself. I was actually one of the first people on social media to start using this back in 2016. My company is the first company that taught people how to do this. And then everyone caught on to it, and it slowly just became this spammy thing, including the company I used to be with. Most of them are very spammy about it now. But what it started out was a way that I was able to sign on an extra 60 plus customers per month, every single month consistently, while working less time. And then what I did when I started my own company is I kept that practice. I kept using that system, and now this is the referral system is how I grow my email list, and then my email list is how I make sales. So you can use this as an actual product, like to promote a product. You can also use it to promote a lead magnet, which is what I strongly suggest doing. So the referral program is basically you getting somebody in your social media to post a post on their wall and tag you in it promoting one of your products. Now, I will tell you, this works the best when you are doing it from a place of authenticity. If you are I'm not even going to get quite into that because that's part of the training today. I'm going to go over some do's and don'ts. First, I'm going to cover some don'ts of asking for the post. Then I'm going to cover some do's of asking for the post, because there's two sections to this. The first one is how to actually ask people to do it for you. The second one is what to have them post when they say, sure, I'll post for you. And if you don't do the first one well, nobody's going to post for you. If you do the first one well, but you don't do the second one very well, everyone's going to post for you, but you're not going to get any sales from it. So the goal is to have part one and part two go seamlessly together so you can blow your email list out of the water and ultimately blow your paycheck up. So who is ready to learn how to make a lot more money than you've been making? Because this is something that is golden, and like I said, I've seen it blow not only my paycheck up, but dozens and hundreds of clients have been adopting this, and they've been telling me that their email list has been blowing up out of the water. So again, it absolutely works, but there are some things that you have to watch out for, because a lot of companies like MLM, network marketing, direct sales companies are teaching this right now, and they're teaching it in a way that sheds a negative light when anyone does it. So there are a couple things that you've got to watch out for, that if you're doing some of the same things they're doing, you're just going to be lumped in with them, and no one's going to post for you, no one's going to buy from you. Now, that does not mean that if you're in an MLM that you can't do this. I have a lot of clients that work with different MLMs, and they absolutely do this, but you want to make sure you're following the rules. So first one are the don'ts of asking for the referral. So first don't, do not cold message people. Guys, don't message people you've literally never talked to, ever. You may or may not follow them on social media, but you've not had a conversation with them even one time. And ask them, hey, will you post a post for me? Will you help me hit my goals? Will you do X, Y, Z? I can tell you, always leading with value is something that 1000% is going to pay off in everything you do with the business. So now, I'm not against cold messaging, and I know I'm probably the oddball out here, but I would suggest doing cold messaging as a way to add value. So if you're going to cold message somebody, do it leading with something that you're giving them for free. Not a chance to win something. Not, oh, I'm going to let you be a product model, but you have to spend $40 to do so. Actually giving them something for free. So this is what I do. I do cold message. I get a ton of sales from cold messaging. And when I say cold messaging, I'm talking about in the marketing, social marketing world. I understand that cold messaging in like real sales outside of social media is simply calling on somebody that you have no contact with whatsoever. Like, you've never met them, you're not friends with them on any platform. In social media, we call a cold message anytime you're reaching out to somebody you've not ever had a conversation with, or you haven't had a conversation with for a long time. So this includes all of your high school buddies you haven't talked to in 10 years. When you're reaching out to those people and you're automatically asking them to buy, try, post, basically do something that benefits you much more than it benefits them, that is considered a cold message, regardless if you're friends with them on social media or not. I hear all the time, oh, it's not a cold message, I'm friends with them on Facebook. Babe, that's still a cold message. In the social marketing world. Now, in the real world, like sales world, that would not be considered a cold message. That's where I came from, was like corporate sales. But in the social marketing world, that is considered a cold message. So, if I'm getting a cold message, what I do is I have two different platforms I message on. I have my business, my business. So the one that you guys are all on, you guys are follow me for my business content. You follow me because I share tips and tricks on how to be a creator and create content and set up an email list and brand yourself in a way where people want to follow you. So all the business related things. Now on the other side, I have a homeschool business where I coach homeschool moms how to have better homeschool lives, how to have better relationships, how to teach more efficiently, all the homeschool things. So if I'm going to reach out to another homeschooler, I'm going to say something like, hey, so-and-so just came across your page. I see that you're homeschooling. I love XYZ. Something about their page. If I don't love anything about their page, I'm just going to skip that part. And I say, hey, I just wanted to send you over some free homeschooling resources. I share the link to my freebie page that's on my website. Now, you could just send one product over. I'll get to that in a minute. Basically, I'm going to send you over some free resources. I send the link, and then I say I've got a habit tracker on here, ... a few of the things. I have like a menu planner on my homeschool site. And then I say, again, these are totally for free. Just wanted to send them over. Hope you have an awesome day. If they come back and say, thanks so much, I say, you're welcome. I don't ever try to pitch them. Like, I'm not cold messaging them to sell them something on social media. I'm cold messaging them to add value to them. If they find my stuff valuable, which I track this, so I know that 78% of people that I message get onto my email list. So if they find my stuff valuable, they opt in to get emails from me, and on the email side is where I'm hardcore doing the sales. Now, not all the time. I nurture my freebie list. I nurture my freebie funnel, rather. And there's a whole training on that. If you're not sure how to nurture your email, go ahead and make sure you check out the blog tomorrow. There's going to be a whole section on how to nurture. There's like a whole training that I've done. But I do sell onto my email list. Now, the other thing I do is I'm constantly showing up on social media, still leading with value, but I'm dripping the products and the business that I offer. I did it today. I talked about how my daughter is doing a spelling test today. She's using one of our new products, and I had floods of people go into my email and get that one specific product that I linked up in my stories. So now those people, yes, you're cold messaging them. They're finding value. They're looking at your page. If you are branded well, they're following you. Now, if you're cold messaging people and no one's opting into your email list, you need to rethink your freebie. If you don't know what a freebie funnel is, make sure you're checking out the Boss Mom Creator course. I teach you inside of that how to create a freebie funnel and how to create really good lead magnets. Now, if they're opting into your email, but you never get any sales and you don't get any more social media followers, then that means you're not branded very well on social media. That you would need to check out the Boss Mom Branding Bootcamp. So I've got two different courses that I teach. One is how to set up an email marketing system. One is how to brand yourself on social media. And the two, again, flow seamlessly together. So having said all of that, I'm not anti-cold messaging. I want to make that very, very clear. But if you're going to cold message, do it in a way that leads with value. Do not do it in a way where you're asking them to post for you on social media because you need help with your business and getting your products out there. Now, if you only have one lead magnet, totally fine. You could say, hey, so-and-so, I came across your page today. I help other homeschool moms, fill in the blank. I have a free spelling worksheet that I'm sending out. Just wanted to send it over. Here's the link. If you like it, awesome. If not, no biggie. Hope you have an awesome day. Again, you are not asking them to buy anything. You're giving them something totally for free. And then if they find value in you, they get to raise their hand and they head over to your email list. So y'all are following that, hopefully. It's a very easy way to get a ton of emails and a ton of sales on the back side by leading with value on the front side. Now, the other thing, so I say don't cold message for the getting people to post for you. Now, what you can do, let me scoot over here, is you actually no, I'm going to go through the don'ts first, and then I'm going to show you the two things I do to get these posts put up. So the other don't is don't go in blindly. Don't message someone when you have not looked at their page yet. Now, for one, if you're messaging them to put up a post, again, I'm just going to use myself as an example. If I'm messaging them and I know I'm going to have them put a post up about a homeschool product, and on their page they talk about their anti-homeschool, I'm not even going to message them. I don't care if I've had a conversation with them before, and I don't care at all. I'm not going to message them. Now, if they have raised their hand and they've asked to post for me, which I'll show you that in a minute, I may give them a post that has to do with a parenting freebie. But realistically, if they're that unaligned with me, they're probably not raising their hand, and I shouldn't be messaging them in the first place. Now, the other reason you want to make sure you look at their page, if you can tell they do collabs with brands, they're getting paid to put posts up. It is very insulting to message them, say, hey, will you put a post up for me for free? Because that is part of their business. That's part of how they make money. That's part of how they pay their bills. I will be honest with you. That is part of how I pay my bills. I've been very transparent with this, in this page, in this group, on my Boss Mom Company Instagram, is one of the ways that I make money is companies will sponsor with me to post for them, to create content for them, and they pay me a very decent amount to give them shout outs on my social media and let them borrow my network. So anytime I have someone message me and say, hey, will you put a post up for me? I've never had contact with them. These are straight cold messages. I always say, yeah, absolutely. I actually help small businesses a lot get their company name out there. Here's my media kit, and I send over my kit with my prices. Which option would you like? I let them know right away I am not posting for anybody for free because social media is our real estate. Your real estate is as valuable as your brand is, not your audience. I don't care if you have 20,000 followers. If only 5 people like your things, then you're not as valuable as someone who has 8,000 followers, but you get 2,000 views on all of your reels. So you're only as valuable as your platform is that you have built up. So having said, now valuable in the exchange of money, not valuable as in your worth as a person. Let me just make that clear. But if you are not looking at their page, you have no business messaging them and asking them to put up anything for you. Because very well, that could be part of their business, and then you're kind of just looked at as an amateur and you don't know what you're doing on social media. Now, the third and final don't I have for you is don't make it all about you. When you get to the point where you have earned your right to ask them to put up a post for you, do not make it about you. I'm going to read one because it makes me laugh. On the blog, I put up three posts or 3 messages I got in the last 48 hours, just people asking me to post for them and how spammy they are. Of course, I'm not including names or anything. I'm not doing this to shame anybody. I'm doing it because you don't do better until you know better. So one that I got was, let's see, where are we at? Oh, I hope you don't mind me asking, but I wanted to see if you would mind supporting my business by throwing up a post on your wall. Another one was, hey, would you like to help me with my business by posting a status I send you? I'll add you to our giveaway. And then how would you feel about me giving you a post to put up on your page and tag me in it? I really need some referrals. I'm pushing for a huge promotion this month. So every single one of them was I. Listen, if you're going to send a message like that out to anybody, then we all know, any of us who have been in this business for any length of time or have been on social media, any of us who have any level of professionalism, this is what we're reading on the other end. Hey, Tanya, I'm really struggling in my business. I don't know how to market my products. My worm market has dried up. Can you please help me? I see that you have a large following and I'd love to piggyback off of your success, but I don't want to spend any money. I'm mass messaging everyone on my list. I'm just copying and posting. I'm hoping that I get a sale from this. That is exactly what your audience is reading on the other end if they have any level of professionalism with them whatsoever. So, huge don't, huge red flag. Do not copy and paste something that's all about you and mass message it to 100 or 1,000 people asking them to help your business. Hey Sandra, hey Rachel. So, none of that's very effective, right? So we have gone over several ways not to ask people to post for you. Now, let me share you the 2 ways that you can ask people to post for you and the 2 ways that work really, really well. The first one is have them raise their hand. Have them ask you if they can post. The easiest way to do this is to host a giveaway on your wall. Now, you can get together with other creators. Maybe everybody puts in a $5, puts in $5 and there's 9 of you, 8 of you, whatever. Let's just say there's 5 of you. You each put in $5 and you give away a $25 Amazon gift card. Then on your page, you would simply put, hey, we're giving away a $25 Amazon gift card in the next 2 weeks. Drop a comment down if you'd like to enter and I'll message you the details. As soon as they drop a comment saying they want to enter, you simply message them and say, hey, we're doing this giveaway to kind of get some referrals, or we're doing this giveaway to get some exposure. We're doing this giveaway to grow our social medias, whatever it is. All I would do is give you a homeschool related post or a nutrition related post or whatever your brand is. That's what you're going to lead with. I'll give you this kind of post because the kind of people that are following you have an interest in your brand. So because I'm a homeschool mom, if I say I'm going to give you a weight loss post, and all these homeschool moms are the ones that are opting in for this giveaway, most of them are going to be like, oh, no thanks, I don't post that kind of stuff on my page. But if I say, hey, I'm going to give you a homeschool related post, you'll just put it up and tag me. Does that sound good for you? Oh yeah, absolutely. And then most of them also go download whatever freebie I give them. So that's the first way, is have them raise their hand. The second way is leading with value. Now, the only way that you are allowed to message someone and say, hey, will you post for me, is if you've already led with value. I'll give you an example. So I posted in a group that I had some freebies that I was going to give away, some free downloads, and just to drop a heart if anybody wanted them. I had over 300 people drop a message saying they wanted it. So slowly, I didn't do this all in one day. Facebook would have blocked me. I just messaged each person. This was on Facebook, by the way. I messaged each person the link. I said, hey, here's the homeschool freebies. There's this, 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 and this. Enjoy. They messaged back and said, thanks so much. Or the ones that did message back and say thanks so much. So I'm just like, hearted it or whatever. They almost all went and downloaded the stuff. So that grew my email by like 300 people overnight. And when they messaged back and said thanks, I said, hey, I also have a giveaway that we're doing. I would just give you a homeschool post to put up. Basically, we're doing this to get some more referrals into our business. And then at the end of the month, we'll do a drawing for a $25 gift card. Is that something you'd be interested in? If so, that's awesome. If not, no worries. I gave them an out. I'm never going to make them feel bad about not doing it. Now, by leading with value, I had earned the right to ask them, but I did not make it about me. I just told them exactly what I was doing. I'm doing it to get exposure. I'm a small business, and I'm growing on social media, and I don't spend any money on marketing. That is what I was letting them know. And I also let them know, like, if you don't want to do it, it's totally fine. You can still get all my freebies in the future. You can tune into all of my content. It doesn't matter to me. So, yes, I earned the right to ask. I did not earn the right to expect. Now, most people that message me and ask me to put up a post for them, when I say no, they do not get mad. They're very kind about it. I had somebody on Monday, so 2 days ago, when I said no, basically said, well, what, you can't use an extra $400? I was like, one, no, I don't need an extra $400, not at this stage in my life. Now, could I figure out something to spend it on? Probably, but I don't need it, not even a little bit. I get paid more than that for one coaching client, which I sign pretty consistently. So that wasn't the issue. But two, you taking up a space on my social media post, if anything, you'd be giving me $400 outright. I sure as heck wouldn't be doing it for a chance to be entered into your drawing, again, with like 5,000 other people. So make sure that if someone comes and says, oh no, thank you, that you're kind to them. you never have the right to expect them to help you with your business. And if they come back and say, actually, I do this as part of my business, here's my media kit, don't take offense to that. If you have the extra money, and I've done this multiple times, if you have the extra money, you'd be like, hey, I'll definitely support you in your business. Here's whatever amount of money that, they're asking. Here's the post to put up. Because I want to help another creator get to the point where I'm at, just like I'm helping larger creators will help me get to the point where they're at, again, if they feel like it. I'm never entitled to their help, but I'll absolutely help someone else in return, and I don't mind asking people to help me, but I'm not entitled to their help. Does that make sense? So, a couple things with asking for the post. There's some do's and don'ts. Now, once you've asked for the post, let's get into the fun part, which is what the heck do I have on post for me, Tanya? Like, I just have them share a product and say, hey, go buy this, because I guarantee that doesn't work. I've done that too. So again, a couple of don'ts. Don't be spammy. Let's see, make sure we're at the right point. So again, don't be spammy. Now, we see this a lot with network marketing because, again, if you don't know better, you can't do better. But we see posts that are before and afters, and they're plastered with the company name. I'm going to use It Works as an example for this one because they're notorious about this. They'll have a before and after. It says It Works. It says the products that they've done. And the picture is not realistic. It looks like it's different angles. It looks like, not that it's been edited, but that whoever did it was very smart in how they did it. Now, I'm going to speak from personal experience because I personally knew the girl that did this. She had a baby. She posted a before picture in a sports bra and shorts, and the shorts were rolled underneath her stomach flap. Y'all all know what I'm talking about. A lot of us have it when we don't have, like my daughter's 8 and I still have it, the underneath the belly flap. She had these cheerleading shorts rolled underneath the belly flap, and the way that she was standing, her back was arched just a little bit. She had a front picture, and her hands were out like this in front of her, and she had a side picture, and her hands were also out like this in front of her. Now, the after, and this was less than 2 days after having her baby. So you still got a lot of stuff. Her after picture was a 4-week after picture. She had the same sports bra on. She was standing up straight. Her back was no longer arched. Her feet were more together. They weren't that out poochie stance. Her shorts were now rolled up to her belly button. They were not underneath the belly flap anymore. And her hands in the front picture were still out, but in the side picture there were no hands because they were straight up in the air. Because when you put them up in the air, your stomach looks longer and flatter. And the picture read, "My results in 4 weeks. I can't believe it. Drop a comment if you would like to be a product tester for me." So many people shared this. Now what happened is, one, it was false advertising because it was right after having a baby. So yes, you're going to lose a significant amount of weight in 4 weeks if you're back on a healthy regimen. But 2, it was a bait and switch. Because as soon as they dropped a comment saying, I want to be a product tester means free, guys. Product tester does not mean you're buying this. It was immediately, oh, I've only got 2 spots left for this. It's 40% off. It's $40-some. You just take a pill a day and you're going to lose all this weight. People got so pissed off at this. There were people that bought into it and then didn't see those results in 4 days because, again, or 4 weeks, not 4 days, not realistic. So we want to make sure that if we're posting, and a lot of those people that posted that ad for this person completely unfriended her, would never do business with her again because their friends got mad at them because they felt like they had been duped. Because essentially they had. So we want to make sure that we are not burning any bridges by having people post for us, that our posts are not spammy. We're not promising unrealistic results. We are not bait and switching people. We are not posting, again, things that just look too good to be true. You don't want to plaster company names on anything. 1, it just looks spammy. 2, it drives sales to the company, not to you. So I'll just use It Works again as an example since we're already on it. But if you post a picture, type an It Works picture, even if it is one that looks good, like it's not spammy at all. I'm just going to look at the clock real quick. Maybe someone sees it and they're like, well, I don't know that person, but hey, my sister-in-law sells It Works, so I'm going to go buy this. Or I'm going to screenshot this, send it to her, and be like, hey, do you know what product this girl took? I want to buy it from you. So you are losing sales because instead of marketing yourself, you're marketing the company. So you always want to make sure you're marketing yourself. Another thing you want to do is not post up product pictures. So you don't want, I'm going to use Plexus because they're the pink drink and I love my pink water bottle. So you don't want to have a water bottle that says Plexus on the bottom with your pink drink in it and saying, oh look, this does this, and this. Nobody cares. No one cares about long ingredient lists. What they care about is the story behind it. So if you wanted to post, now I wouldn't post a pink drink anyways because everyone knows it's Plexus. But if you wanted to post a drink of some sort, you could post it in a water bottle or a clear cup, something that doesn't have a logo on it, and say something to the effect of, my friend Stacy has this awesome drink that helps with bloating. She's looking for 4 people to try it at her cost. Or she is looking to give out samples. Drop a heart if you'd like to receive a sample from her. Like whatever it is that you're looking to get from the post. And you could absolutely do it that way, but you want to make sure there's no telltale sign of what company you're with. You want people to come back to you, not to go to whoever they know that sells XYZ. Now, if you're a small business, you have it a little easier because no one else is selling your product. So at that point, you can be a little bit more unique, and that's actually one of the do's. So I'm not gonna give you all that juicy details right now. The second thing is you don't want to add them all to your page. So if someone agrees to post for you, you give them the post. You want to make sure your settings are set to where when people tag you, they don't automatically show up on your page. I royally messed this up when I started doing this. I told you I was getting 60 plus new customers a month consistently. Now with that, I was getting over 100 people posting for me every single month about my product on their page. The first day I did this, I had over 25. I did not know anything about settings on Facebook. I was kind of new to the industry and new to social media in general. I didn't know that you could hide those posts. So I woke up the next day to my sister-in-law asking me if I had been hacked. I had not, in fact, been hacked. Because there were all of these hair posts on my page, all exactly the same, but posted by different people. Because if y'all can't tell, I have really long hair. So the company that I worked with had a pill that helped with hair growth. And so I sold the crap out of those because I used them to get my hair to be long, and then it was easy to turn around and sell them at that point. I just realized I've done this whole video, and the sound is going to be crap because I don't have my headphones in and I'm live on here. So this is a really good training, and I hope y'all can get past the sound when you're watching the playback. All I can say is I'm sorry. I hate that I did that, but I did do that. So I'm just going to finish it like that because we're almost done. So having said all of that, I had like 25 people on my page posted for me. It was awesome, except it looked like I had gotten hacked. So make sure that you have your settings set. Now, Facebook changes all the time, but if you go on the blog, I walk you through how to change your settings. So make sure that you are doing that. Now, the do for posting, the post that you give them, is be unique. Be you. I gave you a couple examples. One that I'm doing right now, we have a spelling sheet that we're giving away. My daughter used it this morning. She absolutely loves it. It's a spelling test. It can be used for spelling tests. It can be used for spelling practice. It can be used for letter recognition, whatever. And so when people are posting for me right now, all they're doing is posting a picture of the freebie, saying something to the effect of, if your kids hate spelling tests, like download this freebie from at Helping Hearts Homeschool. It's unique because no one else is doing it. It's my product. I specifically make it. Now, if you're in an MLM, you're going to have to get a little bit more creative because you're not unique. There's 1,000 of you. But you can be unique. Sorry, your product is not unique. There's 1,000 people selling it. But you can be unique in the way that you word things. So, for example, we used to sell these sticks that were like, I don't know, sticks. They're like powder. And you put them in your mouth. They're B12 and they give you energy. So instead of saying, buy this, it's this company, it's this much money, it's called this, I called them my super mom sticks. So that is how I would creatively market those products. And I had a ton of people buying those who already knew people in the business, but they bought them from me because I was unique and I was marketing it in a way that was unique to my brand and my specific page. So be unique with whatever post you're being put up. final thoughts. Referral posts are amazing. Like, I hope y'all have gotten that from this. They are amazing. They absolutely work wonders. However, if you don't do them correctly, you'll get a bad name. Your company will get a bad name. You'll be known as a spammer, a scammer, whatever name people want to give you. And I get it. I don't care what people say. They don't pay my bills. Listen, we all heard that. If you were a professional, you would care what people said, because one bad review on your business is worth more than 100 good reviews. Because guess what? Those 100 good reviews are probably not going to be posted. That one bad review, someone will absolutely come leave you a negative review if they think that you've just scammed them or spammed them out of some money. So make sure that you are being diligent in this. Now, if you're looking to grow your email list, like I said, I highly recommend doing lead magnets, going through the freebie funnel. That is the easiest way to get sales from social media. If you are looking to blow your email list out of the water, go enroll in the creator course. That is something that I will stand behind until the day I die. It is just, I don't know, I can't explain it. For the amount that you're paying, for the value that you're getting out of it, it's a no-brainer. Now, it is for those people who are ready to run and make serious money in their business. If you're working this as a hobby right now, that's totally fine. I would not recommend going in and enrolling, because it's intense. It's going to bring you more sales than you know what to do with. If you're someone who you're serious about the business, I will see you inside that creator course. Everybody else, I wish you all the success. I will see you back here on Wednesday, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.